Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. You know that feeling, right? You walk into a room, maybe a party, maybe a networking thing, and immediately that thought hits. Okay, who do I talk to? What am I even going to say?
Oh, absolutely. Or, maybe you have a great chat, you feel like you really clicked with someone, but you can't quite figure out why it works so well.
Exactly. It's this universal human thing, wanting to connect, wanting to understand people, and honestly, succeeding in those moments.
Yeah. And for a lot of us, it feels like this big mystery, right? Like some people just have it, this natural knack, and others, well, don't.
But what if it wasn't just luck? What if there's actually a science to it? A framework you could, learn and actually use?
And that's exactly what we're doing today. We're giving you a major shortcut, basically a fast track to getting really well informed on the science of succeeding with people.
We've gone deep into the source material for this one. It's a fantastic book called Captivate: The Science of Succeeding with People.
Right. And we've pulled out the absolute key nuggets, the most surprising, actionable facts. The goal here is to give you these powerful but actually really simple behavior hacks, things that can genuinely optimize how you act, transform your interactions day to day.
And even strengthen your relationships, right?
Absolutely. Think of them as the people skills you probably never got taught in school. They're really designed to help level up your career, improve those connections, maybe even boost your income, all by understanding, fundamentally, how people work.
It's true. Captivate isn't just theory. It actually lays out this clear framework, 14 specific behavior hacks.
And to give you a taste, right at the start, the book had this quiz. It's to check your current PQ, your interpersonal intelligence.
Yeah. Can you tell a real smile from a fake one? Do you know the best spot to stand at an event to actually meet people? Or, what's the best way to show someone you care, but in a way that they actually feel it?
It's fascinating stuff. And the promise is, if you start applying these hacks, you'll see a real measurable jump in your own PQ score.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
It's pretty eye-opening, actually, how often our gut feelings about, social stuff are maybe a bit off.
Totally. And how science can show us these simple tweaks that make a huge difference. It's not about pretending to be someone else.
No.
It's about refining how you interact, how you show up.
Okay, so let's get into it. This whole journey into human connection. Where do we start? Those first few moments, right?
Exactly. We're diving straight into the first 5 minutes. This whole first part of the book is dedicated to that, setting the stage for connection, those critical early moments.
Make or break time, sometimes.
Pretty much. The goal is to arm you with tools. How to make a good first impression, who to talk to, what to actually say to get people interested. Being intentional right from the start.
Yeah, because those first few seconds, that's where the anxiety often kicks in hard for a lot of people. You freeze up, overthink everything.
Mm-hmm. And what's interesting is how the book immediately pushes back against the usual advice. The stuff about always being this super bubbly extrovert.
Oh yeah, fake it till you make it. Be on constantly.
Right. But that's exhausting, first of all, and it just doesn't work for everyone. You burn out trying to be something you're not.
So true.
The core idea here is actually quite freeing. It says, look, you can get along with anyone, but you absolutely don't have to get along with everyone.
Okay, I like the sound of that already.
Which brings us to hack #1. Play your position. It's a big mindset shift. Instead of trying to be this generic social butterfly,
right,
it's about using your own strengths.
Yeah.
Operating where you're comfortable. The book talks about identifying your thrive, neutral, and survive locations.
Okay, break that down.
So thrive locations are where you naturally shine socially. You feel energized, comfortable, authentic. Neutral is, neutral. You can handle it, but it doesn't really charge you up.
Fine, but not great.
Exactly. And survive locations. Those are the ones where you consistently struggle, feel drained, just don't do well socially.
No, all have those.
We do. And knowing these zones helps you choose, right? Which invites to accept, which to maybe skip. You're setting yourself up for success before you even leave the house. It's strategic.
That makes so much sense. It's like having a personal game plan for your social energy, not just your conversations. And speaking of plans, the next skill is work a room.
Yeah, this is based on some cool research from the science of people. They actually filmed people at events, tracked their movements, saw what these successful connectors did differently.
Like where they stood, who they talked to.
Exactly. And patterns emerged. You can actually sort of map the social landscape of an event and use it to your advantage.
Okay, so what's the map look like? What's the first mistake people make?
A big one, and it's kind of counterintuitive, is the start zone trap. This is that area right by the entrance. the registration desk, the coat check.
Where everyone first walks in.
Right. And people there, their nerves are usually highest. They're distracted, looking around, checking their phones, figuring out where to go.
Not ready to connect yet.
Not at all. Trying to engage people there is usually a waste of energy. They're likely to look past you or just give a quick, Connection rates are super low in that zone. It's a social trap.
Okay, avoid the doorway. Got it. What about once you're inside? Where do people go wrong then?
Then you've got the side zone traps. Obvious one. Hanging out near the bathroom. A bit weird.
Yeah, definitely avoid that.
The food table is another classic fallback. But then you're juggling plates, talking with your mouth full. It's awkward.
Been there.
And maybe the biggest trap.
Yeah.
Immediately finding your friends or colleagues and sticking with them. It feels safe, sure.
Comfort zone.
Totally. But once you're locked into that group, it's really hard to break out and meet anyone new. The advice is, quick hello, quick hug, say I'll circle back later, and then go make new connections.
Smart. So where should we be aiming for? Where are the good spots?
That brings us to the social zone sweet spots. This is where the research says the magic happens. One prime spot. Right where people are leaving the bar, drink in hand.
Ah, okay. Why there?
They've got their drink. The initial awkwardness of arriving is gone. They're often looking for someone to talk to. You showing up right then, you can be their social lifesaver.
Nice. Any other sweet spots?
Near the host is another good one. After you get your drink, go thank the host briefly. You can subtly ask for an introduction to someone interesting. They usually know everyone.
It really is strategic, isn't it? Like that story about Truman at the convention. He didn't just give speeches. He worked the room, found his spots, made those one-on-one connections.
Exactly. It shows how controlling where, how, and with whom you interact makes a massive difference. And part of that whom is identifying your team.
Right. Skill #3. Identify your team. What does that mean?
It means knowing two key people. First, your winger. That's your social adventure buddy, gender-neutral term. Someone you trust, who's also trying to improve their skills, who can go to events with you.
Makes it less daunting.
Way less.
Excellent.
And second, your riser. That's the person you specifically want to connect more deeply with. A potential client, a mentor, someone you admire.
Okay, so you have a target, basically.
A focus, yeah. Knowing your winger and your riser saves you energy. You're not just randomly interacting, you have a purpose.
So the big picture for this first hack. Ditch the idea you have to like everyone or force yourself into bad situations. Choose your battles, know your strengths, map the room, find your people.
Precisely. Control the controllables.
Okay, challenges for you listening. First, give yourself permission. Say no to one event this week that you're genuinely dreading. Just try it.
Liberating.
Second, at your next event, use that social game plan. Find at least 2 sweet spots and try starting conversations there. Third, identify your riser. Who is that person you want to connect with more? Keep them in mind.
And a bonus challenge.
Bonus. Reach out to someone who could be your winger. Maybe even tell them about this deep dive. Invite them to be on your social superhero team.
Love it. Okay, so we've positioned ourselves strategically. Now, what about those very first seconds of actually talking to someone? That first impression?
Yes, Chapter 2, the triple threat. This is all about nailing that initial impact.
And it kicks off with this amazing story about Errol Remmerite, the conductor.
Oh, yeah, the guy who stepped in last minute. Super high pressure.
Insane pressure. Orchestra he'd never met, complex program, days to prepare. He said he was incredibly nervous backstage.
I would be terrified.
Right. But when he walked out, he radiated confidence, joy. And the performance was apparently sensational. Got hired all over the place after that.
And the musicians knew right away.
She said they knew within 5 minutes if a conductor was any good. It just shows the power of that initial nonverbal blast.
Wow. It connects to that Harvard research, right? The thin slices thing.
Exactly. Nalini Ambady and Robert Rosenthal's work, they found we make judgments trustworthy, likable, competent in literally like 2 seconds.
2 seconds, that's it.
It's often it. And the kicker, we rarely change those initial judgments, even with way more information later. Think about teachers, students decide if they're effective almost instantly.
It's not what you say at first, it's how you say it.
Bingo. Especially non-verbally. That TED Talk study they mentioned is fascinating too. The super popular speakers, like Simon Sinek, It wasn't always what they said that was drastically different. It was their nonverbal delivery in those first crucial seconds. How they stood, their eye contact. It leveled up the audience, built trust immediately.
Okay, so how do we do that? What's the hack?
Hack #2, the triple threat. 3 specific nonverbal weapons for that powerful first impression. First weapon, hands. Trust confirmation.
Hands. What hands?
It's primal. Seeing someone's hands signals safety, no hidden threat. Our brains relax. So, rule number 1, keep your hands visible, out of your pockets.
Pockets are murderers of rapport, right?
Aha, yes, that's the dramatic phrase.
Yeah.
Because they hide potential threats. If you get sweaty palms, quick trick.
Yeah.
Wrap a napkin around your drink glass in your shaking hand.
Yeah.
Keeps it dry.
Smart. What about the handshake itself?
Crucial. Aim for a vertical handshake, thumb towards the sky. Avoids looking submissive, palm up, or dominant, palm down. And that skin-to-skin contact, it actually releases oxytocin.
The connection hormone.
Exactly. Literally builds trust and bonding biochemically.
Mm-hmm.
So a good handshake isn't just polite, it's science.
Okay, hands visible, good handshake. What's number 2?
Posture. Be a winner. There was a study at Carnegie Mellon found that confidence was the most influential factor for professionals earning trust. More than reputation, even more than skill. We are just drawn to confidence, to winners.
Like those Olympic athletes, even the blind ones showing winner poses.
Exactly. Jessica Tracy and David Matsumoto's research. Taking up space, chest out, head high, universal winner signals. Obviously, don't strut around like you won gold.
Probably not.
But adopt what the book calls the launch stance. It's a toned-down, socially appropriate winner's posture. Shoulders back, feet grounded, chin up slightly. It signals confidence, competence, approachability.
Radiates positive energy.
Right.
Okay. Hands posture. What's the third part of the thread?
Eye contact. Alliance indicator. This is often the difference maker. Good versus great first impression. Eye contact signals respect, alliance, real engagement.
Another oxytocin booster, right?
Yep. And we naturally look more at people we like. So making good eye contact kickstarts that positive feedback loop. Aim for about 60 to 70% eye contact.
Not staring, but not looking away shyly either.
Exactly. Especially in those first few seconds. Fight the urge to look down or away. Show them you're present, confident, and ready to connect.
Okay, triple threat. Hands visible, winner posture, engaging eye contact. Simple, but powerful.
Very.
All right, challenges for you listeners on this one. First, seriously, do a handshake audit. Ask a friend or colleague you trust for honest feedback. Is your grip right? Too firm, too weak, don't guess.
Good one.
Second, next time you interact with someone, consciously adopt that launch stance. Feel the difference in yourself and see how they react.
Notice the shift.
And third, practice that 60-70% eye contact. It might feel weird at first, but it's key for building rapport. Make those first seconds count.
Right. So you've made a great nonverbal entrance.
Yeah.
Now, what do you actually say? That brings us to Chapter 3. Spark dazzling conversations. How to move beyond boring small talk.
This chapter starts with that cool story about the graffiti tour guide in Bogota, Jeffer Curio Toscano.
Yeah, he wasn't just listing facts about the art. He was watching the group, learning all their names.
26 names. Impressive.
Right. And he asked for their stories, weaving them into the tour. He made it personal, created real connections.
It's the opposite of what the book calls the death of small talk.
Exactly. They use that great Space Mountain analogy. Small talk is the boring kiddie ride, flat, predictable, forgettable.
Like talking about the weather. Again.
Exactly. But big talk, that's Space Mountain. Exciting, full of twists, emotional peaks, leaves you wanting more. It takes effort, yeah, but it's way more rewarding.
And the science behind it involves sparks, right? Dopamine hits.
Precisely. Those moments of excitement in a conversation, that's dopamine firing in your brain's pleasure center. And the key ingredient is novelty.
New stuff, unexpected things.
Yep. Unique questions, surprising stories. They activate the brain's novelty center. Makes us feel good, improves memory, makes us want to learn more. Which leads to hashtag 3, conversational sparks.
Okay, how do we create these sparks deliberately?
First step, conversation sparkers. Yeah. Think about that Elizabeth Gilbert anecdote. Someone asked her, "Do you like soup?"
So random, but it worked.
Totally bypassed the usual "what do you do?" and sparked a real conversation about food. The science of people research backed this up in speed networking.
What were the best questions?
Things like, what was the highlight of your day? Or working on any personal passion projects? Or anything exciting coming up? Questions that invite a story, not just a one-word answer.
Way better than, how are you, or busy.
Miles better. Those are the low-rated, boring ones. Second step, hot buttons.
Hot buttons, like controversial topic.
Not necessarily controversial, more like uniquely specific or interactive elements that grab attention. Remember this study asking for 37 cents versus any change?
Oh yeah, the specific amount got more results.
Because it's novel. It makes people stop and think. Same idea in that Shark Tank experiment, pitches with unique requests or interactive bits did better. So add little hot buttons to your pitch, your email signature, make yourself stand out.
Intriguing. Make people engage their brain a little.
Exactly. And a huge bonus tip here. Say my name.
We talked about Jeffrey doing that. Why is it so powerful?
Neurologically powerful. Hearing your own name activates memory and emotion centers in the brain more strongly. Makes the conversation feel instantly more personal, more engaging.
So how do you remember names better? That's always tough.
The book suggests the name game. Repeat the name, nice to meet you, Sarah. Spell it or visualize it in your mind, S-A-R-A-H. And associate it, like my cousin Sarah. Anchors it in your memory.
Repeat, spell, associate. Got it. So the big takeaway is, ditch the boring scripts. Ask better questions, look for unique angles, and use people's names.
Make conversations genuinely exciting and memorable.
Okay, challenges for this one. Use just one conversation sparker this week. See how it changes the dynamic. Try adding a hot button somewhere, your email, your next chat. And practice the name game, low-stakes way. Watch a new TV show. Try it on the characters.
And the bonus dare is still open if you're feeling brave.
Haha. Maybe later. Okay, so we've sparked a conversation. How do we make ourselves memorable beyond just asking good questions?
That leads perfectly into Chapter 4, highlight being memorable. And the key here is, maybe counterintuitively, focusing on others.
It starts with that wild story about Vanessa's vow of silence, right? She didn't talk for a week.
For 7 days, no speaking, writing, social media. And the surprising result, she made more friends, even got business leads.
How does that even work?
Because it forced her to listen. Truly listen. Not just wait for her turn to talk or think about her next clever comment. And it taps into a fundamental truth. People love talking about themselves.
Like 30-40% of what we say is about us, and even more online.
Up to 80% on social media. It feels good to share. Which connects to the Silent Sloan principle.
Alfred P. Sloan, the GM guy.
Yep. He turned GM around, not by barking orders, but by intensely listening to his dealers, understanding their world. He led with what he heard. It highlights the power of listening.
So the hack isn't about being silent, but about how you listen.
Exactly. Hack #4, be a highlighter. The core idea is beautiful. You bring out the best in yourself by looking for the best in others. Like a highlighter pen makes text stand out.
You make people stand out.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Skill #1, highlighting others. Listen to learn, remember, and then actively emphasize their strengths, their positive qualities.
Like giving them positive labels.
Yes. That taps into the Pygmalion effect, the power of positive expectations. Tell someone, you're such a great problem solver, and they often rise to meet that expectation. And when they share excitement, match it. Celebrate their wins with them. It links you to their positive feelings.
Okay, highlighting individuals. What's the next skill?
Skill #2, be a raver. This targets introductions, which are often so bland.
Bob, this is Sue. Sue, Bob. Jan.
Exactly. A raving introduction is way better. You get positive labels, maybe tee up a shared interest, spark some dopamine. Sue, this is Bob Yildiz. He's working on this incredible project about sustainable energy, and he's got amazing insights.
Creates a win-win-win. Bob feels good. Sue's interested. Conversation flows.
Totally. And then there's the flip side. Skill #3, don't be a golem.
Golem effect, the opposite of Pygmalion.
Right. Low expectations lead to poor performance. Think of boss favoritism. It signals low expectations for others, and their performance often dips. Being a highlighter means consciously fighting that. Actively search for the good in people. Telling people you see good in them helps them be better.
It's an act of affirmation, really.
It is, and the bonus tip ties it all together. Help people impress you. Being memorable isn't about you bragging, it's about making them feel impressive. Like the pie ladies giving out actual gold star stickers.
Give people emotional gold stars.
Constantly. Look for the good, acknowledge it. It makes you incredibly likable and memorable.
So this really reframes listening. It's not passive. It's an active search for the positive, a way to build people up.
And that's how you become truly memorable.
Okay, now for the challenges. And you might notice these are the same as Chapter 2's. The book repeats them intentionally. These nonverbal basics are foundational.
Keep practicing the fundamentals.
Exactly. So 1, if you haven't yet, do that handshake audit. Get real feedback. 2, use your launch stance in your next interaction. Feel the difference. 3, practice that 60-70% eye contact. Keep building that base.
Solid advice. Okay, moving from highlighting others to finding common ground.
Yeah.
Chapter 5 is intrigue being ridiculously likable. This taps into our deep-seated desire for similarity.
Kicks off with Lewis House's story. Former arena football player, career ends with injury. Tough spot.
Really tough. But he reinvented himself, started cold messaging VIPs. But here's the key.
Yeah.
He wasn't asking for jobs or favors.
What was he doing?
He focused purely on learning from them, asked specific, thoughtful questions. And he used that triple threat of listening, intense eye contact, fully present.
Made them feel seen and heard.
Totally. And it worked. He got meetings, built relationships, and eventually launched his huge podcast, The School of Greatness. His initial currency was just making people feel valued.
Which ties into the main idea, the similarity attraction effect. We like people who are like us.
It's baked into our psychology. Remember the Pilot G2.7mm pen anecdote? That little thrill of finding someone who uses your exact favorite pen.
Oh, yeah. It's instant connection over something tiny.
Exactly. Similarity makes things easier. Shared interest, feeling understood, predictability. It all draws us in. We hope they'll like us back because we're similar.
But you have to avoid the not me trap, right?
Definitely. That's when you point out differences, even casually. Oh, I never really got into that show. It seems harmless, but especially early on, it creates distance.
Shuts down the conversation path.
Right. The goal is to actively hunt for the Me Too moments. Like that raffle ticket seller, Alan Fryman, dressing like the fans.
Wearing the team colors boosted his sales?
Because he looks like us. It created an instant subconscious bond. Which leads us to the hack.
Hack #5. The thread theory. This sounds cool, like never running out of things to say.
That's the promise. Imagine conversation like a knotted ball of string. This theory helps you find and pull on common threads. 3 main categories to look for threads.
Okay.
People, mutual friends or contacts. Context, your shared situation, the event, the weather. And interests, the richest area for deep conversation.
And you use specific questions to find these threads.
Yes, questions that often double as conversation sparkers. If someone mentions travel, ask, what surprised you most? If they say no to something, are you into hiking?
Yeah.
No. Don't stop. Ask, oh, cool, what kinds of things do you enjoy doing outdoors? Turn the no into a new path.
Keep pulling the thread. And the 5 whys.
Powerful technique. Keep asking why. Gently. Not like an interrogation. Up to 5 times. It gets you past surface answers to deeper motivations, dreams, interests. You really understand why something matters to them.
Ensures you don't get stuck in small talk.
Never. And finally, the thread theory helps you create a tie. This is about going beyond just talking.
How so?
Offering genuine help, support, or relevant advice based on what you've learned. It creates a stronger, more lasting bond. Asking, can I help you with anything? As you wrap up, is a great way to do this. Creates a tie, and you might learn something new.
So, find common ground, dig deeper with why, and offer help to build a real connection. That's how you become ridiculously likable.
It's about making the connection flow naturally and meaningfully.
Okay, challenges for thread theory. First, this week, consciously say, me too. At least once when you find a genuine commonality. Notice how it feels.
Simple, but effective.
Second, try the 5 whys in a conversation. See if you learn something new and deeper about someone's motivations. Third, create a tie. Ask a friend or colleague, hey, is there anything I can help you with? And mean it.
Great actions. So we've covered those crucial first minutes and hours, making impressions, starting conversations, finding common ground. Now we shift gears a bit.
Where are we going now?
Into part 2, the first 5 hours. This is about learning to speed read people, going deeper to understand their needs, predicts their behavior, decoding their unique cipher.
Okay, unlocking the human code. Sounds intense. Starting with chapter 6, the decoder uncovering truth with microexpressions.
This is fascinating stuff. It centers on Dr. Paul Ekman's work. He discovered microexpressions, these super fast facial expressions, less than a second.
Blink and you miss them.
Almost. But they reveal true underlying emotions, often contradicting what someone's saying. And his research found 7 of them are universal recognized across all cultures.
Wow, like that Bachelorette example, Ari and Emily.
Perfect example. She said she was okay with his racing career, but Ekman spotted microexpressions of sadness, fear, even contempt.
And the relationship didn't last?
Didn't last. Her face told the real story. Shows how vital it is to look for that match or mismatch between words and face.
Which is where hack #6, the decoder, comes in. It's the tool for spotting these 7 microexpressions.
Exactly. 3 key things when using it. Look for congruency. Do words match the face?
Yeah.
Remember, facial expressions are always on, even when listening. And no, the speed-true microexpressions are fast, less than a second. Longer is just a regular expression.
Okay, can we quickly run through the 7 universals? What do we look for?
Sure. Anger, tight lips, narrowed eyes, brows pulled down, and together those vertical lines. If feeling threatened or frustrated.
Got it.
Contempt. This one's tricky. It's a one-sided cheek lift. Absolutely. Sadness. Inner corners of eyebrows pinched up. Droopy eyelids, maybe a pouting lower lip. Corners of mouth down. Hard to fake well.
Precursor to tears sometimes.
Often. And finally, surprise. Brows raised high and curved. Wide eyes, but no wrinkles like happiness. Mouth open but relaxed. It's a quick, truth-telling reaction to unexpected input.
Okay, anger, contempt, disgust, fear, happiness, sadness, surprise, got the basics. But spotting them is one thing. What do you do?
Right. Step #2 is responding. The book gives hacker responses. See, anger, opportunity to explain. I sense you're upset. Can you tell me why? Happiness. Celebrate with them. That's fantastic. Surprise. Clarify. Oh, did you not know about that?
Disgust.
Solve the problem. I get the sense you're not keen on this idea. What are your thoughts? Sadness. Offer empathy. Is everything all right? Need to talk? It shifts you from just observing to actively connecting based on their real feelings.
That's powerful. And this applies online too, like profile pictures.
Yeah, Dr. Todorov's research shows we judge online pics in 100 milliseconds. And different photos of the same person can totally change perceptions of intelligence, trustworthiness.
So choose your online photos wisely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You control those nonverbal signals too. But learning microexpressions takes real practice.
Like watching those shows. Lie to Me, Survivor.
Perfect practice. The book has links to guides too. And try mimicking the expressions yourself. The facial feedback hypothesis suggests it helps you feel the emotion, understand it better.
Okay, challenges. Use those tear-out flashcards in the book. Practice on the go. Take the online microexpression quiz and watch one of those recommended shows, focusing just on spotting the quick facial flashes.
It's a skill you build over time. Now, from fleeting emotions, let's go even deeper into understanding people's core makeup with Chapter 7. Solve cracking someone's personality.
This sounds like getting into the real operating system. It mentions Richard Nicolosi from Procter & Gamble.
Right. He was apparently a master at figuring people out to build great teams. His method, not just asking questions, he observed body language, expressions, behaviors over time, what people did, not just what they said.
He knew people came in different flavors.
Exactly. And understanding their flavor was key to leading them well, which ties perfectly into the scientific model, the Big Five personality traits.
The 5-factor model. Okay, what are the big 5 again?
It's the most solid framework we have. First is openness. How open are you to new ideas, experiences? High means curious, loves novelty.
Yeah.
Low means prefers routine, familiarity.
Okay, openness.
Second, conscientiousness. How organized, disciplined, goal-oriented are you? High means loves lists, details, plans. Low means more big picture, flexible, maybe dislikes rigid schedules.
Conscientiousness, got it.
Third, extroversion. Where do you get your energy? From people or solitude? High means energized by social interaction, talkative. Low means needs alone time to recharge, more reserved.
Extroversion, introversion.
Classic. Fourth, agreeableness. How cooperative, empathetic are you? High means easygoing, trusting, conflict-averse. Low means more analytical, skeptical, practical, maybe less swayed by emotion.
Agreeableness. Okay, one more.
Fifth, neuroticism. How prone are you to worry, anxiety, mood swings? High means more emotionally reactive, worries more. Low means generally calm, stable, resilient under stress.
Openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, neuroticism, ocean. That's the framework.
That's the one. And understanding this is crucial for hack #7, speed read. This is a powerful, though more advanced hack for optimizing relationships using the Big Five.
How does it work? 3 steps.
Yep. Step #1, decode your own matrix. First, you got to know yourself. Use arrows up for high, down for low, equals for medium to map your own Big Five traits. Vanessa shares high openness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, medium agreeableness, extroversion. Knowing your own baseline helps you see where you differ from others.
Okay, self-awareness first, then what?
Step #2, decode their matrix. Figure out theirs. You can be direct, actually ask. Make it a game or use it in hiring. There are even online tools that analyze social media or emails.
Like Crystal or Apply Magic Sauce.
Right. But more often, you use the indirect approach. Observe behaviors, clues, ask targeted questions. For openness, ask about travel. Conscientiousness, look at their workspace, ask about plans. Extroversion, watch their energy in groups. Agreeableness, how do they handle disagreements? Neuroticism, ask how they cope with stress.
You become a bit of a detective, even analyzing an email, like that party invite example.
Exactly. You infer traits from their choices, their language. Some traits are easier to spot: extroversion, conscientiousness. Others, like neuroticism, might take more observation. But you can get a pretty good read.
And the key is empathy, right? Not judgment.
Absolutely critical. This isn't about labeling people good or bad. It's about understanding their needs to connect better, which leads to step #3, compromise or optimize.
Okay, you know your matrix, you have a sense of theirs. Now what?
You see how they combine, if traits match. Usually smooth sailing. If they conflict, you have two choices. Compromise. Find a middle ground. Or optimize. Adjust your approach to better suit their personality.
Like how Vanessa could have managed Eva differently, tailoring tasks and communication to Eva's low openness and introversion.
Precisely. Give her structured tasks, written communication, focused check-ins. It's about meeting them where they are. Tailor your communication based on their likely preferences.
Yeah.
High conscientious person, give them the details. Low extrovert, maybe text instead of a big brainstorm meeting.
This seems like a real relationship superpower if you get good at it.
It truly can be. Reduces so much friction and misunderstanding.
Okay, challenges for speed reading. First, honestly, map out your own Big Five matrix. Be real with yourself. Second, at your next meeting, try to mentally speed read two people. Just make educated guesses.
Low stakes practice.
And the bonus, have people who know you well, partner, friend, parent, take the personality test as you.
Yeah.
See how their perception compares to yours. That could be eye-opening.
Definitely revealing. Okay, so we've decoded personality. What's the next layer? It's about making appreciation land effectively. Chapter 8, appreciate getting the best from people.
This connects to the love languages, doesn't it? Starts with Paige Hendricks Buckner's story.
Yeah, the Klein Joy Box creator.
Yeah.
Her personal story is so relatable, making elaborate gifts for her dad that just sat there.
Well, all he really wanted was to watch football with her.
Exactly. It perfectly introduces Dr. Gary Chapman's 5 love languages. Really 5 appreciation languages, ways people prefer to give and receive care.
Let's recap them quickly. Words of affirmation.
Compliments, encouragement, saying, I appreciate you.
Quality time.
Undivided attention. Phones down, focused presence.
Thoughtful presence.
Showing you care.
Not about price, but thought.
Acts of service.
Helping out, doing chores, taking tasks off their plate.
And physical touch. Hugs, handshakes, a comforting touch appropriately, of course. And the core insight is, misunderstandings happen when we speak different languages, right? You show love through acts of service, but your partner needs words of affirmation. Both have good intentions, but the message gets lost.
Leads to frustration. So the hack builds on this.
Hack #8, the appreciation matrix. This is the next layer of the people puzzle. Step #1, decode your own. How do you feel most appreciated? Think about past experiences, which you wish people did more of. Taking a quick quiz can help clarify your primary and secondary languages.
Know thyself again. Then.
Step #2, decode theirs. Observe. What do they ask for? Complain about? How do they show appreciation to others? What makes their face light up with genuine happiness? Remember microexpressions.
Microexpressions can reveal if your appreciation attempt landed wrong.
Oh, yeah. A flash of anger if you throw a party for someone who prefers a quiet gift card. Contempt if you hug someone who dislikes touch. Disgust if they're politely hiding dislike for a gift. Happiness tells you hit the mark.
So you observe, maybe ask subtle questions, and then tailor your appreciation, like giving thoughtful trinkets if their language is gifts, or offering to help with a project if it's acts of service.
Exactly. The chapter gives lots of examples for work and personal life, with that important reminder about appropriate touch in professional settings, of course.
Crucial reminder. And the bonus tip.
Don't be boring. Make your appreciation unexpected, personal, dopamine boosting. Think Leslie Knope's hyper-personalized gifts or Jim Halpert's teapot full of inside jokes. Make it memorable because it's uniquely them.
Love that. So the challenge is to actually map this out.
Yes, the appreciation language challenge chart. For key people, riser, partner, boss, figure out their languages and brainstorm specific actions. And maybe, just maybe, ask them directly, how can I show you more appreciation?
That takes guts, but probably gets the best results.
Okay, challenges. Fill in that chart. Do 3 specific, tailored appreciative acts this week. And bonus, ask for what you need based on your language. It goes both ways. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, we go even deeper. The final layer of the matrix. Chapter 9, value getting along with anyone. This is about understanding core motivations.
Starts with that intense safari story. Boyd Vardy and the angry guest, Martin.
Yeah, Martin was furious after a close call with an elephant, totally ruining the vibe.
But Vardy flipped it.
Brilliantly. He reframed it as daring, got everyone congratulating Martin on his bravery, turned Martin's anger into pride. He became the king of Africa.
Because Vardy understood that value is in the eye of the beholder, Martin needed status, not just safety.
Exactly. which ties into Uriel Thoa's resource theory. It says all interactions are basically transactions of 6 resources: money, goods, information, love, status, service.
We're constantly exchanging these.
Constantly. Taking what we need, giving what we have, sometimes giving what we secretly crave ourselves. Conflict arises when these exchanges feel unfair or our needs aren't met. Need love, get service. Need status, get money. Creates tension.
So understanding someone's primary resource need is key.
That's hack #9. Primary value. The deepest layer. The core driver behind decisions, desires. Unlock this, the book says, and you get the Cliff's Notes to relationships.
How do you figure it out? Start with yourself again.
Step #1. Decode your own primary value. What truly motivates you? What delights you? Think Super Mario, you collecting coins. Money, goods, mushrooms, status, love. Finding secrets, information. Helping others, service.
Okay, self-reflection. Then how do you spot theirs? Asking directly seems hard.
It can be. So step #2. Uncover their primary value through clues. Microexpressions again. Happiness when their value is met. Negative emotions when it's threatened.
And behavioral cues, like the colleague example.
Exactly. The boss pleaser likely values status. Bonus chaser. Money. Office social butterfly. Love. Party planner. Service. Perk lover. Goods. Office gossip. Information. Also, listen to their worries. They often point directly to their primary value.
Worry about being left out. Love. Worry about not getting credit. Status. Makes sense.
Then the crucial step. Step #3. Give the right resource right away. The best way to connect deeply. Meet their primary value. Provide worth in their currency.
So for love, include them. Service, help them. Status, praise them. Money, help them earn. Goods, provide comfort. Information, keep them in the loop.
You got it. Like that political campaign example. John needed a manager. Matt valued information. John offered an insider look, not money. Boom, perfect match based on value.
And values can shift slightly depending on the situation.
Yeah, someone usually driven by money might crave status when leading a project. You got to stay observant. It's about hunting for the heart, as Vardy says, finding what truly brings meaning to that person.
Wow, okay. Deep stuff. Challenges it. Think about the 5 most important people in your life. What do you genuinely think their primary values are? Identify your riser's primary value. How can you better serve them?
And the bonus.
Do the exercise with your partner or best friend. Ask them what they think drives you. Compare notes. Could be very interesting.
For sure. Okay, that wraps up decoding individuals. Now, part 3. The first 5 days. Shifting focus to building lasting relationships. Going from acquaintance to deep connection.
And we kick this off with chapter 10. Connect the power of stories. Makes sense. Stories are how we connect, right?
Fundamentally. The chapter uses examples like Amy Semple McPherson, the evangelist, and Nicole Payon, the comedian. Payon's power came from sharing raw, vulnerable, personal stories, even embarrassing ones.
Like singing Adele outside her ex's house on a tour bus, that takes guts.
Right. But that honesty creates instant connection. Science backs it up. Stories create emotion, trigger similarities, spark conversation, bond people. Remember Beanie Babies? The little stories made them collectible.
Rather than personality.
And then there's neural coupling. When someone tells a good story, the listener's brain activity literally syncs up with the speakers. You feel like you're experiencing it. It's connection hacking at a brain level.
Like Vanessa's telephone story. Struggling with scripts, then soaring when she shared her own Emory stories and asked alumni for theirs.
Perfect example. Stories were the ultimate hack, which leads to Hack 10, the story stack, a practical way to organize your best stories.
How does the stack work? 3 parts.
Yep. Trigger topic, common conversation subjects, weather, work, TV, sparking story, your related anecdote that gets a reaction of laughter, insight, boomerang, a question to smoothly toss the conversation back to them.
Like the Bill Maher example. Trigger, comedy, story, bombing in front of him, boomerang, ever seen a celeb unexpectedly?
Exactly. It keeps the conversation flowing back and forth. The book gives you categories to build your own stack. Current events, hometown, traffic, brainstorm stories, and boomerangs for each.
And what makes a story good? 3 elements.
Right. Hook. Grab attention immediately. You won't believe what happened. Champion a struggle. Introduce a challenge or problem. I was stuck and then stuck. Utilize provocative words. Use vivid sensory language. The smell is overpowering. Makes it real. And keep it short. Under 2 minutes.
Like Susan Cain's TED Talk. Concise, impactful.
Masterclass. And stories work in writing, too. Those viral NYT articles often promised a story. Vanessa's personal email about fighting with her husband got way more engagement. Authenticity connects.
Okay, challenges. Think of 3 stories you enjoy telling. Identify the hook, struggle, and vivid words for each. Practice them on a friend. And create a note phone, computer, to capture great stories you hear. Build that story stack.
Excellent. From connecting with stories, we move to leading effectively in Chapter 11. Empower leading people. It's about building relationships through enabling others.
Starts with Mark Gordon, film producer turned education innovator.
Yep, co-founded that charter school network. His leadership style wasn't top-down. It was clear goals, spot the talent, give resources, then step back and let people run with it.
Give them ownership.
Precisely. Which connects to the IKEA effect. That weird thing where we value stuff more if we help build it, even if it's wobbly.
Yeah, my bookshelf feels that.
Leaders can leverage that. When you give up control, you gift power. People become more invested. This leads to hack, #11, own it. Empower people through buy-in, control, ownership.
How do you give ownership? First type is emotional ownership, the why.
Yeah, remember that copy machine study? Just giving any reason because I have to make copies increased compliance. Humans need purpose. So share the because behind requests. Connected to a bigger mission and emotional appeal. We need this report because it helps us secure funding for this important project.
Makes it meaningful. Okay, second type, skill ownership.
Right. Don't just randomly delegate. Use skill solicitation. Ask, who here is great at X? Or anyone have experience with Y?
Let people volunteer based on their strengths.
Exactly. Makes it skill-based, not just a chore. Highlights their talent, like the highlighter hack. Mark Gordon did this, finding his school co-founders sought out her specific skills.
Smart. And the third type, customized ownership.
This fights micromanaging. Give people control over how they do something. Let them add their own flair, like choosing custom features on a product. Or Kiva, letting lenders pick which entrepreneur to fund.
Give them agency in the process.
Yes. Instead of let's get Indian food, try let's get Indian.
Yep.
You pick the appetizers. Small shift, big impact on ownership.
And the bonus, passion ownership.
That's Mark Gordon's personal rule. Only work on stuff you're truly passionate about. That genuine passion is contagious, inspires others way more than just going through the motions. Leadership is about sharing the mission, using skills, and trusting people.
Okay, challenges. Ask yourself why you want to lead. What's your real driver? Identify one thing you should delegate. Pick the right person based on skill. Then actually let go.
Harder than it sounds sometimes.
True. And bonus, add because to your next 3 requests, however small. See how people respond differently.
Great practice. Okay, from empowering others to building deeper trust through Chapter 12. Reveal building lasting relationships with vulnerability.
This one starts with post-secret, right? People mailing anonymous confessions.
Amazing project. Shows our deep need to share vulnerabilities, to feel less alone, even with strangers. Connecting often involves deciding what to reveal.
And the science shows we worry too much about revealing flaws. The spotlight effect.
Holy, that Barry Manilow t-shirt study. People thought everyone noticed their embarrassing shirt, but hardly anyone did. We vastly overestimate how much others notice our flubs.
So chill out about that zit.
Pretty much. And even better, vulnerability can actually be attractive. Remember the coffee spill study?
The person who spilled coffee was liked more.
Yeah. Mistakes humanize us, make us relatable. Perfect is boring and impossible. Vulnerability is courageous, authentic, sexy, as the book says.
Like Vanessa at that loud party. Just admitting she was uncomfortable led to a connection.
Simple, honest moment. Reaching out authentically. Which brings us to hack, #12, the Franklin effect.
Ben Franklin asking his rival to borrow a book, and the rival ended up liking him more.
Counterintuitive, right? But research confirmed it. Asking someone for a favor, even a small one, makes them like you more. They justify helping you by deciding they must like you.
Mind blown. How do we use this?
Easiest way. Ask for advice. It's a soft form of vulnerability. I value your opinion. Gets them talking. Pleasure. Highlights their strengths. Helps you understand them. Just be genuine. Never ask for advice you don't actually need.
Integrity matters, and accept casual favors, too.
Yeah, don't brush off small offers of help. Let people do small favors for you. It builds the bond. And crucially, be grateful. Show you appreciate the advice that you're considering it, like wearing grandma's muumuu. Creative gratitude seals the deal.
Okay, ask for advice genuinely. Accept small favors, show real gratitude. And the bonus.
Be anti-perfect. Embrace vulnerability cures. Admit when you're wrong, say, I don't know, ask for forgiveness. Vanessa found her own confessions led to more connection with her readers. It also filters people how they respond, shows their character.
Embrace the awkward, like bad karaoke rapping.
Exactly. It can lead to surprisingly good things. Now, challenges. Again, these reinforce basics. Keep practicing with those microexpression flashcards. Retake the online quiz. Watch those shows focusing on faces. Keep honing that skill.
Got it. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, what about when people are just difficult?
Yes. Chapter 13, Protect Daber. Dealing with difficult people. Essential skills here. Starts with the Cheadle Gonzalez, the event planner.
Dealing with bridezillas and stressed families. High-stakes people skills. That story about the bride freaking out over favors.
But it wasn't about the favors. Gonzalez realized it was a trigger for deeper fears. Adoption, job change, moving. She got to the root cause.
This is usually fear.
Almost always, according to the book. Social fear. Fear of judgment, rejection, losing control. These fears turn into gremlins on our bad days. The book outlines 4 types.
Downers, negative complaining, fear rejection, so they reject first.
Show-offs. Bragging, one-upping, fear being forgotten, need to prove worth.
Suck-ups, need attention, fear not being good enough.
Suits. Nitpicky, rule-focused. Fear losing control or being wrong. And we all have our own gremlins sometimes.
It's true. How does the brain science explain this? The low road versus high road?
Ledoux's work. Fear triggers the amygdala's low road, fast, emotional, fight or flight. It bypasses the rational high road. When someone's hijacked by fear, they can't connect rationally. Old triggers can set off big reactions to small things. Difficult people are often just emotionally hijacked.
Okay, so how do we deal with it? The new T job.
Simple but powerful. Hack, #13. The new D job. 3 steps. Name, understand, transform.
Okay, name the emotion.
First, identify their underlying fear or feeling. What are they afraid of? Just naming it, I can see you're really frustrated, releases anxiety way better than trying to be overly calm or rationalizing. Use microexpressions here too.
And understand.
Ask questions to get the root cause. Help me understand why this is so upsetting. Show empathy. Seek comprehension.
And finally, transform.
Move towards solutions together. Help them find actions to address the fear. It's not about changing them, but valuing their feelings to find a path forward.
But what if someone is just toxic and no UT doesn't work?
Then you set boundaries. The book gives clear permission to say no, to protect yourself, how to do it effectively.
Eat humble pie. Be grateful for the offer first. No hemming and hawing. Be clear, direct. No excuses they can argue with. Optional. Step it up. Offer an alternative that works for you.
Saying no is crucial for health, like that controlled burn analogy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to clear space.
And the chapter ends with Dan O'Reilly again. Curiosity as a cure.
Yeah, he turned his pain into discovery by getting curious. Same socially. Curiosity can cure social pain, turn awkwardness into learning.
Okay, challenges. Pick your top 3 favorite hacks from everything we've discussed. Try them out this week. Tell one person genuinely how much you enjoy their company, and schedule a people skills adventure with your winger.
Love those. All right, we're at the final chapter, bring it all home. Chapter 14, Attune Building Lasting Relationships Through Engagement.
Back to Dan O'Reilly's dinner. Were he impressed not by talking about himself, but by being intensely curious about everyone else?
Exactly. He turned the spotlight outwards, left Vanessa feeling that relationship high. It shows the power of attunement, really tuning into others.
And the science backs this up. Popularity isn't about looks or smarts.
Columbia University research found it's social attunement, the ability to sense what others are thinking and feeling. Popular people are better at reading the room, basically. They enjoy understanding others.
Which leads to hack #14, attunement, making people feel known. How do we cultivate this?
A key principle is reciprocity. Remember Van Sloan's research. Likeable students were the ones who liked the most other people. They smiled more, were friendlier.
What you put out, you get back.
Exactly. We enjoy being with people who visibly enjoy being with us. Attunement is built on that positive feedback loop, and all the hacks feed into this.
The cumulative power of hacks, they all work together.
They do. Triple threat builds trust, sparks engage, highlighter finds the best, thread finds common ground, decoder reads emotions, speed read respects personality, appreciation meets needs, value hits motivations, stories connect, own. It empowers. Franklin invites vulnerability. NUT job calms fear.
Wow, okay. Each one helps make people feel seen, valued, understood.
Which ties directly into Maslow's hierarchy. After basic needs, our needs for love, belonging, esteem, self-actualization depend heavily on relationships. These hacks help fulfill those needs in others. Thread theory builds belonging. Sparkers boost esteem. Primary value aids self-actualization. You're helping people thrive.
That's a really powerful way to think about it. And we end, fittingly, with curiosity again.
Curiosity as a cure-all. Early's lesson applies everywhere. Be curious about people. It overcomes awkwardness, deepens engagement. You are in charge of how you interact. You have the power to be captivating. How? By showing people you are genuinely turned on by them, interested, engaged, curious.
Turn people on by being turned on by them. Love it. Okay, final challenges, same as last chapter. Reinforces action. Pick your top 3 hacks overall. Experiment this week. Tell someone you appreciate them. Schedule that winger adventure.
Get out there and practice.
What a deep dive. We covered so much. Started with the first 5 minutes, first impressions, turning strangers into acquaintances, building trust fast.
In the first 5 hours, really speed reading people, decoding needs, personality, values, predicting behavior, getting beyond the surface.
And finally, the first 5 days, building those deeper, lasting connections through stories, vulnerability, empowerment, attunement.
It's genuinely a roadmap. Applying these hacks, even just starting with a few, really will change things. You'll feel more confident, connect more easily, leave better impressions. It enriches everything.
So the final thought for you listening, now that you have this understanding, this insight into the forces driving human behavior, how are you going to use it? How will you reshape your interactions, deepen your empathy, and consciously build those connections that truly matter in your life?